Hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm going to do a review on my favorite and not so favorite reusable menstrual pads that I've tried. When I first started using cloth pads for my cycle, I was blown away. So happy that I switched. Wouldn't change it. Definitely not going to go back. But I did a lot of research when I was trying to find out what pads I was going to invest in. And it also crossed my mind too that I could actually make them myself. But I figure as I'm just starting out and figuring out what works, I don't also want to be trying to figure out how to make these things. So one step at a time, I guess. But anyway, it is an investment to make in your body. And so I wanted to make sure that I like what I was getting. And so I watched a lot of videos, what women had to say about the pads, what they liked and disliked about them. But there was a few things that seemed to be really important to me that I didn't really, I don't know, maybe I just didn't get it out of those videos. So I just, one thing I did here though was a smart thing to do is to shop around. Don't just invest all of whatever money you have to spend on this in one company to try different companies. So I did that, and it was definitely a good idea. However, my instincts were correct. So had I spent all of my money on the companies that I was attracted to, what they were selling and the quality that I saw in their pictures and things, I would have been just fine. However, I'm not completely disappointed with the other things that I got either. I just know where I'm going to be putting my money from now on. So I'm going to go through these with you pretty quick, and if you have any questions, just feel free to post them below, and or to contact me on Facebook or whatever. But I'll tell you which ones I was initially attracted to. First off, it was Trojan Farms. Everything I actually got first off was on Etsy, and that's where I did a lot of my research, because women are on Etsy and they're doing great work on there. I mean, they must be doing good because there's so many options. So Trojan Farms was the one I was first attracted to, and I think because of I don't know, because of the design, and it just seemed like really good quality, and they're leak proof, which is really important to me. I have, I'm pretty active, and I work, and I have a kid, and I just don't want to mess up my pants. So it's important that they're leak proof to me. Some women don't find that to be as important, but I do. So Trojan Farms was the first ones I really looked into, and I was not disappointed at all with the quality of the craftsmanship at all. I'll kind of show you one of them here. It's really pretty. She uses what's called minky, and it's like really soft, like super soft. Actually, this is the one with the minky. Really soft. And they're cute. I don't really care what they look like, to tell you the truth. The cool thing about using cloth pads is they can be cute. But it doesn't matter to me as much what they look like, except for in terms of quality of craftsmanship. And man, she's got it down. I mean, her craftsmanship is top notch, without a doubt. Everything is just beautifully constructed. She gives you 2 snaps on this one, which is good depending on the width of the gusset of your panties, so you can, kind of work with that. She tells you on the back, well, obviously it's going to be backwards for you, but the flow, and all of her stitches are just gorgeous. I mean, it's like she's just been doing it for a while. And I have a quilting mom, and do some sewing myself, so I definitely am attracted to quality craftsmanship when it comes to stitches and things. So anyway, I did like a multi-pack from her, and I got these 3 from her. The only thing about her is I think she makes them to order. So I didn't get these by the time I had my last flow. They actually came in the mail like 3 weeks after I ordered them, which, you know, I was a little disappointed just because, you know, all the other pads were coming in just as my flow was starting. So it was great because I was like ready, but you know, I got the rest of my life, so it's not like I had to have them right then, but it's definitely worth the wait, and I recommend her products without a doubt. She's good. The only thing is I can't really tell you if I liked wearing them, but measured up against the other ones as far as quality of craftsmanship, no contest. She's good. So, you know, after I have my next cycle, I can do a review on whether or not I liked wearing them. But knowing what I know now from wearing the other ones, no question, I'm going to like them. One thing, though, I was concerned about was the thickness of them, because she does use the Minky, which is, you know, kind of a thicker pile on the pad itself. But it's really thin. I mean, like, really thin. So, I mean, it's just as thin as all the other ones. So, anyway, so moving on. Then, one of my favorites, this one, okay, so the rest of these I actually wore in the cycle. So, one of my favorites is probably one of the least attractive looking ones, but it's from Wild Rose on Etsy, the store Wild Rose, and this is it. There's nothing spectacular about it. Actually, you know, I'm really good about washing them. I scrub them like crazy, and this one's stained, and I don't know if it's because of the particular material. It's like really, I don't know. It's I don't know, really fluffy material, but it doesn't bother me that it's stained. But I use natural detergents, and I mean, I scrubbed it a lot, and it soaked and everything, but it didn't come out. But anyway, doesn't matter to me, but I love it. I love this one because it's so, like, malleable, you know? It just, like, moves around really well. So it form fits really well, and it's got serged edges, which is awesome. I love the serged edges because they're so flat and thin on the edge, right where, you know, like the back of your pants or the front of your pants. If you're wearing like a tighter pair of pants, you can see that ridge, you know. With these serged edges, you don't see anything. So I love that. Hers, it just has the PUL, which is the, like what they use on cloth diapers and stuff to have it be moisture resistant. It's just right on the back. A lot of companies put another layer to cover that. She doesn't. I'm cool with it. It doesn't bother me at all. And she uses metal snaps. Some people don't like that. I don't care. So, you know, everybody's got their thing. But anyway, I love the serged edges, and it was a good investment. I'll definitely be shopping for more from Wild Rose too, because I was really impressed with just the comfort level. You know, it's really important. Next is my next favorite, Yurtcraft. Yurtcraft is awesome. Absolutely love Yurtcraft. And they get great reviews for a reason. Like, every woman that I've seen do a video or write a review on Yurtcraft, they have nothing but positive things to say. And I'm one of those people because they're just awesome. I love the shape of them. They get wider on the edges, so you get more protection. But then when they fold up really nice. So that just kind of, your panties just go right in there. And I mean, it's just extremely comfortable, and you get a lot of protection. So you just, I don't know, you don't have to worry about leaks or anything. These are, I think, light to medium flow, but, like, I mean, you're good to go. Like, it can hold a lot. It's cool, you know. So, Anyway, this is one of the ones that I got. This was one of the first ones, and then I got another one. It's white and also stained, so I'm not going to wave that around too much. But love Yurtcraft. I'll definitely be shopping Yurtcraft again because just everything. It's like there's a system to it. And companies like Trojan Farms and Yurtcraft, they got their system down, and they've been doing it long enough, and they know what works, and you can tell. So really happy there. Then I also, the first ones I ordered Trojan Farms was the first ones I was looking at, but the first ones I physically ordered was Pleat, the company Pleat on Etsy, and that's, anybody who's ever shopped for them on Etsy's probably seen this 3-pack on there of the different sizes that you can get. This one's an overnighter, and then just kind of a medium flow, and then more of a panty liner. And I'll just show you with the panty liner because it's smaller. So if you notice the difference between the panty liner here, you have a lot more here. Sorry, my phone's going. Should have turned it off. So this one has a lot more material on the sides than, you know, say Yurtcraft here, which, you know, kind of once it closes up, there's not a lot here. So when you close these up, they have a tendency to take your panties with them. Okay, so anybody who knows the gusset of a panty or panties, it doesn't last this long. You know, it's not this long. Your panties start to kind of flare out right here, and they kind of flare out right there. And so it has a tendency to bunch them up a little bit, or this will kind of bunch up a little bit too, you know, right in this area, which can just be a little bit more bulky, especially when you're using the overnighter, which is a bit longer and a bit thicker. It has a tendency to bunch up a little bit more in the front there, which, you know, if it matters to you, cool. I love them. I'm still going to use them. It just, the positive side of this, though, is that if your flow tends to want to run over the side, this catches it. So it has its pros and its cons. And that actually happened to me while I was wearing this one, and I was fine with it. Once again, my other favorite, this one here, you know, it kind of does the same thing, but it's a bit more malleable than these. When these first come in the mail, they're a little stiffer. You can kind of feel there's a lot more going on in there, but I'm happy with the purchase. I'll definitely continue to wear them. I like them, and they're so pretty. I mean, gosh, that's just right up my alley. I don't know, just the style. So, so I'm happy with Pleat as well, and yeah, so they definitely get a positive review from me on a lot of levels. Yeah, so moving on then. The other company that that I ordered from that got a lot of positive reviews was AmpFlow, and I ordered one of those variety packs from AmpFlow as well. Let's see, get them all here. Yeah, okay, got them all. So this one had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in it, and I totally loved AmpFlow. When it first came in the mail, I was like, jackpot. A nice overnighter, which, I mean, this thing is like overnight coverage. When I had this on at night, I didn't have to worry about anything. It was great. It's like the best night's sleep on your period, because just you don't even have to worry about a thing. So love that. Love the design of that. Another thing is they do the same kind of tabs that Yurtcraft does, so you don't get as much bunching. Of course, though, with a pad this big, I mean, you're going to get a little bit of bunching, but overall, like these overnight ones that are so big, good investment. Good night's sleep. And then you know, there's all different ones in the variety pack, the daytime ones, you know, the shorter ones and the longer ones, and which is nice. It's good to get a variety. That way you kind of, I don't know, you got stuff to mess around with and see what works for you. They come in, she makes lots of different designs. And of course a cute little panty liner. It's so thin. The one thing about these though is when I washed them, and I washed them the same way I did all of them. The thing is if I'm going to be doing cloth pads, I don't want to have to use a different method of washing for all of them. Each and every one I have to do something different and try and remember which ones do what, you know. So I just did the same thing that I did with all of them, which is, you know, right after I use it, I rinse it out, get all the excess stuff out of it, and then I put some stain remover cleaner on there, and I use a toothbrush, like an old toothbrush, and I just scrub, and then fold it up and put it in my little wet bag. Well, and then when it's time to wash them, I take them all apart and I put them in the washing machine. That's what I did. I worked on a lot of them. Anyway, these got all bunched up on the inside, like around, I don't know, maybe I should use one that has, I think the overnight one, maybe you can tell a little bit better. First of all, it like got all wavy. See that? Like really wavy. And then almost like the fabric wasn't washed before she made a pad out of it. And then the back got all bunched, like all bunched out, you know, like kind of like that. But that's not a bad thing. You can just squish it back down. But along the edges of that, here, I'll put it up there. There's this seam right here. You can see right there through that green heart. And then this outer seam right here. It's like whatever material was in between there just got all bunched up around that seam. And it did it on every single one of them. Like this one is really bad. And all I can do is just try to explain it to you because you can just feel it in there, this thick edge around that seam, around this seam right here. It just got really thick. Anyway, I'm still going to use them. It's just kind of a bummer, you know, because with like Yurtcraft, they get better the more I wash them. Like every time I've washed them, they get softer, more malleable, and like more comfortable. And same with the Wild Rose ones. They just get better when I washed them. And I don't know, these just kind of got weird, kind of funky. Anyway, so then I ordered from Mama's Cloth Treasures. Really sweet girl by the name of Brianna. Let's see if I can find her here. When I got it though, I was kind of confused because she stitched all the way through the back PUL material, which to me means you've just poked a bunch of holes in it, right? So now it's not as leak proof. But from what she says, you wash it first and then it seals those holes, and then you won't, you know, then it won't leak. And she said she never had any problems. And when I emailed her about it, I just was like, hey, you know, I wasn't really expecting that. And apparently it was in her pictures though, so it was totally my fault and I overlooked it. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird, you know, sewing through the PUL there. I don't know, I just kind of thought it was weird. Her stitching isn't, you know, the best ever, but you know, I was really excited about this bamboo velour, which I love bamboo fabric, and so once again, I didn't get this one in time to try it. But the cool thing about Brianna, she's so sweet, is just when I asked her about it, you know, I wanted to know, you know, is it supposed to be this way? Because nobody else is stitching through the back layer. And anyway, so she just sent me another one that isn't stitched through the back layer and said she's going to change her design and do it that way. So that was really sweet of her, and I wasn't really expecting her to do that. But you know, you have a good, you know, store when they listen to your thoughts and your concerns and actually like do something. I don't know. She was just really sweet about it. So I totally appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to using those. Then I have this one more that I'm going to review really quick, and to tell you the truth, I can't even remember where I bought it, and the sad thing is I'm not 100% pleased with it. Hang on just a second, and I'm going to find it. Happy Pad, that's it. It's Happy Pad. And the cool thing is they donate to like a nonprofit, which is really cool. So I think that's awesome. I love the shape of this one. It's awesome, just because you get that extra protection. Once again, serged edges, which I just love the serged edges. I just think it's such a smart idea. And even my favorite companies, the Trojasek and the Yurtcraft, if they would do serged edges, it would just put it through the roof for me, because I love the serged edges. So Happy Pad does the serged edges and the double snaps on the back. There's two there. One's fine too. I don't really care one way or the other, but I do like the shape of it. Just gives you that extra coverage. So this would be a good one for overnight. Even though it's not really an overnight pad, it just kind of gives you that extra protection for when you're laying down. The drag about this one, because I was so excited about this one, is I don't know if I'm just weird shaped or what, but the gusset on this is just really wide. And I don't know, like, I didn't have this problem with the other pads, because when I look at the other pads, I'm thinking, well, the gusset doesn't seem any, you know, wider than this one. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, the deal was, is I put it on, and these things, they hung down, like, far between my legs, you know, so it would rub, you know, like, uncomfortable. It's almost like the tabs are too long, but when it's, you know, flat, it makes sense, right? It's not too long when they're laying flat, but when you put it on, I put it on, when I did it, they're just like dangling down really low, just to the point where, you know, if you were walking, it would rub, and I don't know, it was uncomfortable. So I contacted the company, and I was really bummed. I was just like, hey, you know, I don't know if this is just me or what, but I even told her I'd send her a picture. It's just so funny. But, you know, I just wanted her to see it, just to see, is there something wrong with me, or, you know, what the deal is. But anyway, she never contacted me back, and I'll probably just wear this one at night, you know, just because I don't want to waste it, you know, but I definitely can't walk around in it. If you're wearing like tight pants or, you know, whatever, you just be able to see that. It just seems kind of weird. So anyway, Happy Pad, that's the thing on that one. So, and everybody's different, you know, my body is different from, you know, the next girl. So, so yeah, just to kind of go over it again though, like I'm so pleased that I switched. I think it's the healthiest thing that I could have done for myself as far as being a woman, and just kind of get you back in touch with your flow. And really, if you've watched this whole video, you don't need me to tell you why to switch to cloth pads, but it's definitely a positive thing to do, and I'm really happy I did. So thanks so much for watching my video, and I hope you all have a fabulous day.